Okay. Okay, cool. My Streamlabs over here. Alright, cool. Let's get this party started right. I think I'm good. Okay. Okay. Cool. What up, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Hey, Silent Grinds. Welcome, welcome. Why not learn C? It's honestly the answer. There we go. All right, cool. Let's get started here. All right, so we're back in our personal project here of C, our first ever kind of personal script that we've been writing. I wanted to kind of make our own kind of ASCII clock using just kind of ASCII art, using, right? So we made a lot of progress in our first stream. I'm gonna stream for until my laundry's done here, so it's gonna be a short one tonight. And so yeah, it's just it's a pretty easy script so far. It's just we have a simple one to print matrix. You actually give the matrix, and then you print it. Number of columns. Um, you have we have a right colon right here, which takes in a read array. I go back and remember what I did here. I'm gonna read the colon array and write. Okay, gotcha. What? Oh, I set the colon to 0. Okay. Okay. Cool. So what we need to do is we need to modify our array now to do the seconds, right? So let's go ahead and do that as well now. So last time we left off, let's go ahead and define. Um, can you not? Do you have to do defines at the top? Yeah, I think so. I think we're screwed here if we do this down here. You can't. Yeah. So let's define. We need to be. It's 5 by 15 is what we're doing, which is including the colon, right? So we're writing 6. So 0 through 5 is covered by a character. We have a space at index 6, right? Yeah, we have a space at index 6, and we write on index 7 for the next go around, and then we end on 13. We have a space on, we end on 13. We have a space on 13. And then we write the colon on 14, right? Now we're gonna have a space on 15. And we're gonna write stuff on 16. This is kind of annoying. I probably got to figure out a better way to do this sizing of this 2D array. But let's get some tunes going while we're going here, yeah? Don't want to be doing this in the quiet. Where are you at here? What are we gonna play here? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, how long have I been learning programming? For a year and a half now, a little over a year and a half. We started off with Python. Got a little rusty at some of my Python. I was doing some LeetCode problems earlier. Solved the 2 mediums earlier. At the end of the day at work, I was done, and I pulled up LeetCode. I solved 2 mediums. Posted my solutions in my Discord link down below. But yeah, it was a little rusty. I had to remember that true and false was capitalized and stuff. Because I've been coding in C for about a month and a half now or so, as we've been reading through this book and making our own scripts here. So let's keep rolling here. Let me know what you guys are doing. My name is Michael. I'm 26. I've got a degree in human biology, minor in chemistry. I work as a professional chemist, I guess, formulation chemist for a biotech company where I manufacture and formulate biological controls that are used in like patient diagnostics. Been teaching myself to code just for fun, to stay sharp, get new skills, and actually implemented and wrote a script and a whole kind of like a kind of piece of software, or if you could call it that. I don't really know what criteria what criteria is supposed to be meant to be called a piece of software, but I wrote like a custom piece of software for my team, and for automating a pretty advanced mathematical process we do for formulating these like matrices of serums. So it was pretty cool. I worked with another dev on that. That was this past like October time. So yeah, that was fun. I've been actually putting it to the test this time around because I've been actually building this serum formulation for another round of it here, and I've been putting it to the test and seeing what works, and it's been working real nice. I've been jotting down a couple of bugs that I have to fix, but yeah, it's going good so far. What's up, Ray? Okay, so we are going to write the colon on 14. I guess we have a space on 15. Okay, so then we'll go up to the top and we'll define is this how you do it? I forgot. Yeah. Drawing. It's just this highlighting is throwing me off here. We want to do rows, and this is going to be, so what do we want to be? We have 15. We have a space on 15. 16 through, so is it going to be 30? And then we'll define columns to right. This is just. Oh, I'm sorry. Rows is just 5, and columns is going to be the 30. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll throw rows into here and columns into here, right? And then we'll print matrix for rows and columns. But then I'm going to modify this back down to 15, make sure that still works here. Yeah. Cool. So that still works. It's still getting 8 o'clock. Jared says, I'm learning OpenGL right now, starting in December. Hasn't been easy, but I have a good idea what I'm doing most of the time. Only way to learn is to be constantly immersed. Yeah, exactly. So easy to forget stuff, honestly. It just, stuff comes and goes really fast. Because it's just, I don't know. You really have to hit things over and over and over again to solidify them, it seems like, in these kinds of learning. Okay, so next what we're going to do is, let's go back and make this 30. We actually are including 30. Okay, so then so we already have seconds, but we just need to get them out. Right, so we'll say int seconds is equal to current time breakdown, which is going to point to the tm underscore is it this? Hold on, I forgot. Let's open that time.h in C. Let's open up this Geeks for Geeks again. Yeah, min. Okay, cool. It's the struct tm. We're starting to get some familiarity with pointers and with some pointer arrays. We implemented this to get kind of dynamic access to our characters, our artwork. So this is going to be rows, columns. Okay, so then we're going to do, we got the minutes here. We write the numbers. Okay, so then lots of for loops going on here. Yeah, we have had a couple of people ask me to try Rust. Honestly, I was a little worried about taking on too much and then taking off more than I can chew, you know? I'm already getting a little rusty at Python. Cause I've been, so it's kind of, it's still in there, but, you know, I'm not as fast, like, typing as, like, when I was before. So, it's kind of interesting how quick stuff kind of fades when you just stop using it right away. Okay, so what are we doing here? We have our hour values that we're putting into this array. Let's also make, I guess we'll do min values, minute values, and we'll do also an array of size 2. This is going to be the same thing, so we can use this loop. Let's do the same thing. So minute vals, index of I is equal to the hour mod 10. Where am I making hour at? Where is hour? Hour is the current time breakdown, TM hour. Okay, so then we need... Oh, wait. No, we don't want seconds. We want... This will give us a ton of seconds. We don't want it in seconds. We want in the number, the minutes column. Is that what that gives us? Yeah. What's the difference here? Oh, minutes. So stupid. Sorry. Okay. Hours, minutes, and seconds. Got you. Okay. Let's keep pushing. Okay, so right now we are using our minute vowels, and we are gonna want to grab the minute. We don't care about seconds, right? We just want the minutes. So we could add seconds if we wanted to and have those constantly go up. Maybe that would be kind of fun. But I guess for now, let's just go minute vowels is equal to the minutes mod 10, right? And then we'll just do minutes 10 as well. So now this is going through and writing the number for the hour start, hour end, minute start. We'll say min start is equal to, we want the minutes, so the colon starts on 5. Gets written on 5. No, sorry. That's so true. Why am I struggling here? It's been a long day. Right colon. Gonna read from this array. Read from the colon array. And then you write to the array that we give it on the 15th value, okay. That's colon size 15. By 5 by 15, right array that we're loading in. I guess this right array is no longer 552. This is row columns, right? Same with this one. Okay. So it looks like what I did was I did R start and R end to where I want to write. No, this is for where I want to read from. Wait, why is going on? Okay, so for R is equal to R start, and while R is less than R end. And I'm saying that... Dude, I can't believe I can't remember I wrote this. So I'm writing a colon on... Oh, row start, row end, and then the column to write on. And then the other ones, the right number has row start, row end column start and column end. Okay, I get you. I get you. Jeez. Okay, let's see here. So this handles the, so we have minute start here that we're going to use, which is going to, if we want the minutes to start, so which the colon writes on column 14. So there's a space on 15, and we write the minutes on 16. Okay? Right, these are going to be 6 values long. So 22, 16, we're at 16. We write on 21, we stop up to 22, right? And then yeah, I think that's okay. Because then I cycle back through, because that's the first one. Yeah, so then we're going to write a number here. Minute vowels, digits, minute vowels, index of I, right? And then we're going to use our matrix. We're going to go from 0 to 5 on the rows, but we're going to use our minute start and minute end. And then we'll set minute start equal to, okay, so we ended on 22 with a space. 23 is where we write, right? And then minute end is going to be 30, right? No, we write 23. 28, and we have 29. So it is 29. So then am I one too far on this guy? Should it be 29? We'll find out if it gets cut off. Okay. Let's try it. I don't know. Oh no. Oh, it's rows. Yo, let's go. Nice. I was honestly not too sure that was gonna work. Okay, cool. So we're actually getting all the numbers then. So I think we're probably getting one extra character or one extra column. So if we go 29 here. Yeah, and then if we do it 28, we'll drop off that last one, right? Yeah. Now it's 8:56. But yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's get caught up on some chats. Yeah, we're just doing it's kind of like, we've been learning and teaching ourselves C, Toto. We've been teaching ourselves C for about a month and a half or so, learning how to C programming a modern approach, second edition. We got a little bit of exposure in Harvard CS50X, but it really wasn't that deep of a dive. It was very surface level and pretty fast. So I wanted to understand a little bit more about what was going on in Python as we've been really learning that. And honestly, I've actually come to really like C and the manual approach that it has to coding. I don't know, there's something about it that makes you feel like a little bit more involved and that you're actually like doing something rather than just calling a bunch of functions in Python and then having to trace back where those function calls. Now, yeah, you're writing functions in this, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the type declarations and stuff that you're having to do that makes them feel more manual. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, it's just cold, and I got my laundry coming out in 13 minutes. I didn't want to take off my coat. I live in the SF Bay area. Okay, so this should work still. Nice, 857. Um, Now the next thing to do, I guess, is um, the next thing to do, I guess, is create some kind of loop that will perform this writing mechanism. We can abstract this out into a function for getting right. Pretty much all of this will be some sort of function. I mean, we can abstract a lot of this out, maybe globally. Okay, so because what we can do is we can get the current time, right? We can get the current time and we can figure out what the time would be for the when we need to refresh based on the difference between now and the future whole number of, whatever it may be. So now we could just run a loop and just constantly go, right? And C's fast enough to probably, render it out quickly. Well, definitely, definitely render it out fast enough. But, it's not like super, maybe not the best like approach. It seems kind of like a little bit more robust and a lot more computationally heavy, like if we're just constantly looping. So instead, why don't we just calculate what the whole minute value would be in the future from the current value we have now, and we'd have to find it on like a minute level, whatever that. So we have a local time. So let me remember what do these print again? I forgot. So this current time is a time t value. To save the time in seconds. Can put a time t pointer in for null to save the time in seconds to memory. Am I not getting current time here? Because this just takes the current time pointer, gets the value of the current time, puts local time on that, and we create a struct tm pointer to the current time breakdown, right? And that's why we're using this pointer syntax to get the value actually and save it in hour. So we could take the current time then that's in seconds, mod it by the amount of seconds there are in, what would we need to mod it by to find the remainder of how much time we need to sleep in seconds, right? Should I get my whiteboard out? Bro, how cold is in your room? I'm just like a cold guy. I'm fairly thin, so I chill right to the bone. Yeah, AJ, I was telling on you that you got to connect with him for rest stuff. Okay, so if we have time in like whole seconds, let me do this. Let me printf %d. We'll put in the current time. All right, let's see here. Let's run this. Long? Okay. Okay, so we get this long value here. Because it's 902 right now. So we take this value. Ooh, and let me pull up my calculator here. And we mod this by 60 seconds. 53. Okay. So that gives us 53. Now, does that mean there's 53 seconds remaining? Well, it's 9:03 right now. So maybe we'll hit this as soon as it hits 9:04. So what is this number giving us? The remainder in seconds back. For now, is that the current number of seconds, or is that the number of seconds until I think it's the difference. But that didn't feel like it took 53 seconds. I feel like it was fairly to 9:03 fairly quickly. So let's run this right when it goes here. There, go. Okay. Boom. Zero. Okay, so what it returns you is the current seconds. Well, we have the time. Oh, dude, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, bro, clip that. That was a bad brain. We have the time TM struct, the TM struct here. We can just get the number of seconds out from that rather than doing this. Any mod. So we want to, so then we're gonna, I guess, let's just go seconds here. So we're gonna int seconds equals to the current time breakdown, which is a TM pointer, struct TM pointer, and we'll use the pointer syntax whatever to get the seconds, and then what we'll do is we will count. So that gives you the current seconds. So we'll say int diff equals to 60 less than seconds. So this will give you the difference that we need to sleep by until we run the loop again to re-render, right? So what library is sleep in? Sleep in C. Is there a sleep function? Sleep in the function. Sleep function allows users to wait for a current thread for a specific time in seconds. Other operations you will. Unistandard.h. Okay. Not too pretty easy. Okay. So then what I guess we'll do, this is going to get kind of crazy here. We have our main function. Okay, so we'll say while so the thing is we get the current, and then we have to, so we'll print, so we'll do this one time. So it's gonna be a do while. So we'll do this one time. So we'll get the time, do this. And then do we say whilst? No. How are we gonna loop? We're gonna think. So there's my laundry. 3 minutes. Okay. Do. So we can obviously want to print the. We obviously want to print the first, no matter what, one time, for the current time, and then calculate a sleep time. I guess I'll take this down. Right. We print a matrix. We calculate a sleep time based on difference here. And then we do so if I want to continually run, so what does sleep return a value, or just what is it actually? Can I use it in a like does it return back like a like a zero to say okay, now it's ready to go? Does sleep return a value? Oh, probably should in C. Return 0 if the requested time has elapsed. Okay, cool. So I guess we will do maybe I say int sleep time equals to 0. So if we say sleep time equals to 0, we do the following thing. Right? We compute this while, and then we say or do you just call the sleep at the end and just can do a continual loop, I guess? Am I trolling? Is it simple as that? Do you say infinitely loop, call the sleep at the very end, and that's when it'll kick back? I'm trying to think I was trying to think of like the sleep being some sort of conditional for when the loop kicks back, but we can just have it be the last thing that happens. But the thing is there is some time that happens here, I guess, between there is some time that happens here between if I were to call, like when I call the time to get the time and I run this, it's really fast, it's fast, right? But then I call the sleep down here, there is technically a little bit of a difference that'll probably grow in time. Right, as it continually lags behind by a few microseconds, like microseconds, like, you know what I mean? Well, we just read about functions yesterday in chapter 9, my boy. And the functions are up here. This is just my main function here. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, I could. It just seems kind of dumb. See, for the diff. Um, okay, so. Let's see what happens. Gotta be patient here, boys. We gotta be patient. We could print the seconds, right, as well, next. Come on, we got unlucky that it just turned 9:13. Come on. Watch it close here. Dude, this is a long. Oh, there you go. See, it does have some lag. No. Oh. I mean, that is kind of working, but it's just going to get worse and worse, I feel like. Dang it. That's funny. Um, I'm going to add a parameter here. I'm going to add a parameter um, up at the top of the main function. Um, Up at the top of the main function, I'm going to. What did I want to do? Just like lost my train of thought completely. Um, hey, awesome, how's it going? Bro, what? What'll be going on, AJ? What's going on with him? All right. What did I want to do? I wanted to. Something at the top. What did I want to do at the top? Maybe let's do this. Let's calculate. No, because the sleep. Oh, what? What did I want to do? Oh, yeah, I know what I wanted to do. So I wonder if I can make these macros and potentially make my main function run a little bit faster here. Well, no, they're not being included in the loop, so that's actually not true, right? It's right here. Um, this. So what we'll do is we'll call here a printf, and we'll just do like 5, 6 \n or so. Maybe that'll kind of be how we clear. Oh, like the screen. Maybe it's got to be like way more. Oh, hey, thanks someone for subscribing. That's a funny name. Let's just do a bunch. It's all the way down there. That's probably not the best way to do it. I was trying to, maybe we don't print this at the very beginning. We only do it after the first one that prints. Right? Kind of like a refresh. Like a term, like a refresh of the screen. There's probably like a clear screen function somewhere. I was trying to kind of mimic my own thing here. Just trying to be creative. All right, my laundry's done. That's it for me here. Okay, cool. So what we've accomplished today, which was pretty nice, is we built upon our previous attempt where we had the hours and the colon made, and then we went ahead and added in the seconds, and now, or sorry, the minutes, and so now, and then we added in a loop to sleep after each print, right? So now it kind of works, but because the execution of this sequence takes some time, right? Or there's some slight delay between stuff. It's not like perfectly synced up to the clock. Like as you saw, it flipped over, but oh, it's still running here. um, it flipped over, but it's a little delayed. Let's wait for it one more time here. Come on, don't be too, don't kill me now. It's gonna take forever. I can only pull up the actual clock on my phone, see when it's gonna turn over here. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh my god. Yeah, see, it works. Look at that. We got a clock. It refreshes. Come on, mess with me, boys. Let's go. Look at our first C project. Nice. Look at that. It's definitely needs work. What we should do is we should find someone that's like really experienced in C, like really experienced. Maybe find like someone like I'll reach out to maybe like a YouTube someone like a lower like YouTube that maybe like that magical bat or something guy and see if he wants to come on the stream and dissect my crappy beginner C code here and give me some help, like and just give me some overall like just go through it with me. I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't know if he'd be down for that. I think that'd be fun. Come on, let's see one more refresh. 921. Yes! Look at that! Look at that! Let's go! W's, let's go. Okay, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. My name's Michael. I'm 26 years old. About to turn 27 this Friday. Woo, getting old, guys. Gray hair's coming in, let me tell you. Well, look at that hat here, bad guys. Look like Evil Jimmy from you guys know Evil Jimmy from Jimmy Neutron when he's got like the horns or whatever with his hair. Look like Evil Jimmy. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys joining me. Um, this was a lot of fun. We need to definitely we definitely probably need to clean it up and go back through. But appreciate everybody being here. Anyways, my name's Michael. I'm 26, about to turn 27. Got a degree in human bio, minor chemistry. I say that so much because it helps kind of add some credibility, I guess, to the stream. I'm not just some random dude. I guess I kind of have some science background. I kind of can pick things up a little bit fast. But we haven't done much science on the channel in a while. We did build like chemical spectroscopy and chromatography projects back before summer of 2025, which was pretty cool. We built full stack projects in those. So go check those out on the Oh, we already went over big O notation and stuff. We've been doing DSA for quite a while. We read DSA in Python about halfway through. We also have Intro to Algos on the channel that we've been reading. I need to get back into that. Um, I haven't read it in a while, but yeah. Anywho, appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe, but join the Discord. I posted some leak code mediums I solved today. I had a couple, like an hour to kill after work. To let traffic die down, so I solved a couple leak code mediums. No help, by the way. Felt pretty good about that, but one of my solutions is pretty bad. I can optimize it by using a better anagrams algorithm and or better a better key to my anagrams groupings. So I can probably optimize that one. You guys can check that out on the Discord if you want to see that. But anywho, appreciate you guys being here. I'm kind of just rambling, yapping. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. I'm 24. I have a midlife crisis every year. Bro, chill. You're all right. Look at that. One more tick. One more tick for the old time road. You got 10 seconds. One more tick for old time road. 924. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe here for 924 coming up on the clock. Ooh, let's go. We should add a maybe a PM or AM. Maybe the seconds as well. The seconds would tick every second, right? So that would make it like look live, which would be kind of cool. So maybe next time on the project we'll keep building on it and we'll add the seconds and then we'll add in an indicator for AM or PM, right? Because this doesn't tell you 9:24 AM versus PM. It's not 24-hour clock, right? This is 12-hour. So that we definitely need that, and we'll continue on. So thank you guys so much for being here. See you guys tomorrow. Subscribe, like, comment. Peace out. Join the Discord. Talk to me later.